Forbearance. Forgiving a debt or obligation. On occasion, and it is absolutely wonderful when it happens, debts or obligations are forgiven. Think of a loan which is forgiven. The name for that is forbearance. Discount rate. Interest rate Fed charges commercial banks. The prime lending rate is the lending rate banks reserve for their most creditworthy customers. The prime lending rate is some amount higher than the discount rate, which is the rate at which banks can borrow money from the Fed. The difference between the prime lending rate and the discount rate is called a spread. Lending interest rates move higher as the creditworthiness of the borrower lessens from that of the borrowers who receive the prime lending rate. The discount rate is the interest rate the Fed charges commercial banks. Related words: prime lending rate, Fed. Delivery of deed. Physical delivery and intention to be bound by deed. Real property is sold through the use of a deed, parentheses, personal property through a receipt or bill of sale, parentheses. The deed transfers title of the property from one person or entity to another. The deed becomes binding at what is called delivery, or the delivery of the deed, or delivery of the deed. Delivery has legal details that require not just handing over the deed physically, but having an intent to be bound by the deed. Delivery of deed requires both physical delivery of the deed and the intention to adhere to the deed. Related words: delivery as a deed. Conversion. Taking a client's funds. Conversion is another word for stealing. More specifically, conversion is when a broker uses a client's money for his own uses. Commingling may be thought of as a practice that can make conversion easier, and therefore commingling is illegal. Commingling is mixing business funds, usually the funds of the client, with personal funds. So mixing such funds makes it way easier to use such funds for one's own purposes, parentheses, stealing, end parentheses. Conversion is when a broker uses a client's funds for his own use, parentheses, stealing, end parentheses. Goodwill. Good reputation of a business. Goodwill is the good reputation of a business. It is an intangible, as we know it is there and it is valuable, but putting a dollar value on goodwill is, at best, a guess. Think of the difference between opening a burger joint and opening a McDonald's. McDonald's has a well-established good reputation. The difference between opening a burger joint and a McDonald's has to do a lot with, quote, goodwill, end quote. It would be well worth paying something for that goodwill. How much probably depends on market value, what a ready, willing, and able buyer will pay. Goodwill is the good reputation of a business, and it definitely has value. Accusation. Real estate commission. Real estate. Real estate commissioner brings against agent. There is a process defined by the Administrative Procedure Act that must be followed to carry through with a complaint against a real estate agent. First, an initial written complaint is filed with the real estate commissioner. The commissioner then investigates the complaint. If the commissioner finds the complaint to have a basis, then the commissioner files an accusation against the agent. At that time, the agent has to respond in a way that clears her name, or the commissioner can file a case in court against the agent and on behalf of the complainant. The commissioner can suspend, revoke, or restrict a real estate license, parentheses, the courts cannot. Covered account. Personal bank or other accounts at risk of identity theft. Covered accounts are personal bank accounts, mortgage accounts, securities brokerage accounts, credit card accounts, etc., that are at risk of being used for identity theft. Any account that might be a target for identity theft is a covered account. Corner lot. Property at an intersection of two streets. There are several different shapes or locations of property lots. They are interior lot, corner lot, flag lot, key lot, cul-de-sac lot, and T-intersection lot. A corner lot is a property on the intersection of two streets or the corner of a block having frontage on two streets. The intersection of two streets represents increased traffic, and if there are traffic lights or stop signs at the intersection, then add in the noise caused by stopping traffic. A corner lot is desirable for a commercial or retail business, but not so desirable for a residential property. A corner lot is a property bordered by two streets. Antonyms: interior lot. Debt instrument. Piece of paper explaining a debt. An instrument is a piece of paper pertaining to issues of the law. So a debt instrument is a piece of paper containing the elements of a debt agreement. Typically, debt instruments would include trust deeds, parentheses, or deeds of trust, end parentheses, mortgages, any type of loan agreement, bond issues, bills, notes, certificates of deposit, etc. A debt instrument is a piece of paper explaining a debt. Discounting a note. Selling a loan at below its total value. A note is a loan. A loan has value because it generates interest over time and therefore can be bought and sold. The seller of the note wants some of that revenue, and no one would want to buy the note unless they get some of that revenue. Discounting allows both the seller and the buyer to keep a little of the revenue, and hence a mutually beneficial sell/buy relationship is formed. A note is discounted by selling it at below its actual value, parentheses, face amount, end parentheses. The amount discounted is the revenue the buyer will receive. Discounting a note is selling it for less than its face value.